What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Garrett Gurthie. You might know me as Double G. I'm from Gainesville, Florida, and this is my 7th consecutive year with Innova Champion Discs. And this is my 2024 in the cart video. Starting here with my putters, I carry 4 of them because practice is always nice. Right now, I currently use the 2 red R Pro Bulldogs as my starters. And while I'm out there on the course, if putting gets in a little struggle, you know, it's always nice to change your putters up. So I got 2 different colors just for psychological reasons for myself. It's always nice to change up your putters if things aren't going in, even though the user error might be me. But that's why I carry 4 putters for the practice. I usually use the orange one for driving with in case I can spare to hit a tree with it, let's say. Moving on next to my utility putters. My Tour Series Garrett Gurthie Halo Glow Sonic. I use this for pretty much everything. Whenever I'm in the woods trying to curve corners, you can find me using this. When it's a little windy out, I try to put it to the side a little bit, and I throw in the Star AVR X3, big germ. This thing is the opposite of a Sonic. This does everything I need to do, what a Sonic would do, but in the wind. It's pretty overstable. I use it for a lot of sidearm approaches and backhand approaches up to 150, 200 feet. Moving on next to my mid-ranges. This is probably the 7th consecutive year I've had my Color Glow Rock 3 in my bag. It's the Silva Acres edition. This is my MVP of the seasons that I've been on tour. Anytime I've lost it, I've gotten it back. This thing, I can literally throw on a hyzer, make it hold a hyzer. It may look beat up, but throwing the disc slower speeds, you can make the disc do different things. So that's what I really like about this, and it glows in the dark. Next up, I have my 8-time rock. This is a proto 8-time rock. This disc is about 27 years old, and it still flies beefier than my other Rock 3. So I know these are hard to find, but these are my gems. So if you got any more and you want them to be thrown, send them my way. Now, I have a Star Rollo. This is a first run. It's incorporated a spot into the bag because I really like to throw rollers. This disc, you could throw a roller standing still, slow speeds, and really be accurate with it. It's also nice if you need to stand still and throw a disc on a hyzer on a low ceiling to get the most amount of distance you can up to about a 300-foot spot. That's why I like the Rollo. I mean, that kind of gives me chills. Just last year, I proposed to Jessica Weese, my fiance, and needless to say, not only was it the best time to do it, but one of the most epic places I've ever seen. In Trollstig in Norway, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me exactly, but I was told it was the land of the trolls. And driving all the way up through the mountains, you get to cross back probably like 20 times before you get all the way to the top of the mountain. And from there, you can see about 15 to 16 huge waterfalls. And there's literally one right next to you. So the scenes were almost like out of a movie, and I can kind of tell that's why they go and get those scenes for that reason. And we were able to capture that for ourselves. And I feel like that was the most like beautiful place I've ever been to, by far. Starting first with my Fairway Drivers, I have a Star TL3. I may be getting a little bit older, but lightweights are now my new friend. I've been using a 167 gram Star TL3. Also been using high speeds in the lower weight. We'll get to that soon. But the Star TL3 has been my favorite fairway driver all season. I throw it pretty much on anything I can carve a shot up to 400. If I'm throwing through the woods, you'll find me throwing this nice Star TL3 nice and technically. Next up are my overstable fairways, which are a little bit more overstable than a T-bird for me, my liking. I have a little bit more higher speed, so I'm using and rocking the Nate Sexton Firebirds from your one and only Nate Sexton himself. So this is one I use on everything. If I'm throwing over water, this one wasn't given to me by Nate Sexton, but this one can be replaced. The one from Nate Sexton, maybe not. So make sure you go pick up a couple of these predictable color glow Nate Sexton Firebirds when you get a chance, if they're still around. Next up, I have a Star Roadrunner. I use this for my short distance rollers, which up to 400 feet. Anything further than that, I like to use my Star Wraith. So shorter rollers, I don't really use this Roadrunner for bend shots because it gets a little haywire on me. It's been in my bag for about 4 years, so it's got some nice beaten wear to it. So that's why it's really good for rollers. Last but not least, on my fairway drivers, I have another Firebird. This one is an older one from my friend Marty, and it's very predictable. It always goes left for me as I'm a right-handed player. And in the winds, I'm using this all the time if I need to fight the wind, get as much distance I can with being accurate. Me and Jess, we both like to go shopping, but I also like to go sightseeing when we can. We like to get off the grid. Now that we have a fifth wheel camper trailer, we're able to fill the generator up to 30 gallons and live off grid for a little bit. So one of our favorite things is to soon go some rock hunting, maybe with some other disc golf friends of ours. And also, we just like spending time with our dog Tilly, taking her to dog parks, giving her the experience. The reason why we got a dog was to give the dog experience just like we get to. And with us not being able to have a kid right now on the road, our dog's our next best friend. You have a good day, a bad day, you come home, and we always have Tilly to come home to. So right now, I guess it's just walks in the parks, just like it's been my whole life. Anytime we've ever had bad days, you'll find me going to a disc golf course and, letting the mind free out there. All right, starting with my controlled high-speed drivers, I bagged 2 Double G Garrett Gurthie Halo Wraiths. One's for very overstable shots, and this one's to get the maximum amount of distance. This is my new run of Wraiths. If you like them, go check them out at the store. They're available to you now. These really bomb. These are a little bit more overstable. If you want something to go a little bit further, make sure you pick up the newer edition. Next up, my super high speed driver is my 172 Star Destroyer. This thing's used for my maximum potential drives whenever I need to air one out and I have enough space to get 500-600 feet down the fairway. That's what I use this one for. This is my Star Katana I got from Patrick Brown. I've won a couple distance contests with this. It's got a very high profile. This is a Star Katana, and I haven't found many like it, but when I do, I put them aside to use for distance competitions. Or last week I used these in Jonesboro for the tailwind shots to get about 650 feet. Also, the week before that, in Arkansas, I threw this 741 feet, winning another distance competition. And last but not least, my super reliable high-speed distance drivers, I'm bagging the Calvin Heinberg Halo Destroyers. You can also find these online too at Innova Champion Discs. These are just the most predictable discs on the market, I feel like, as far as high-speed throwers. If you got the power and you need something reliable, go grab a Calvin Heinberg Destroyer. Lastly, I'd like to thank all my supporters. That includes my friends, fans, and family. Without you, I wouldn't be wearing this shirt right now. So if you can support, go pick yourself up a Halo GG Wraith or a nice t-shirt. I really do appreciate Innova Champion Disc for having my back for these 7 consecutive years, and always look forward to using the best discs on the market.